All right, so I mentioned thank you, it looks good till now. Okay, so ChatGPT understand that we have accepted what it wrote still now. Let's scroll up and see what was the next section that we need to create for our homepage. So let's come here. It should be somewhere around. Okay, here it is. We had, all right, let's come here. It should be, all right, services highlight. Okay, this is the next section that we need to create. So let's come here, copy it, scroll down. All right, so I mentioned that let's write the codes for the next section, which is services highlight. Remember to keep the same style we have for our website. You can have some innovation in using the colors. And I want you to write some dummy content for at least 3 services based on the topic of our website. So I want ChatGPT to write the content, the text, the title, the description as well. So let's press enter and wait for ChatGPT to respond. Okay, the HTML part is ready. Let's copy it and let's come here to HTML under the previous section before the body tag. Okay, let's paste it, save it, and come to style, copy the style part, paste it here as well. Oh, I think it didn't finish, right? Okay, we need to continue generating. Okay, it's finished. Let's copy the rest of the CSS code and paste it here, save it. Let's go to our website and refresh it. Okay, looks nice. And I like the backlight as well, but we may need some divider here, or maybe change the color to darker or something else, right? It doesn't look so well the way it is. And also, if along the way you don't like the colors or some of the styles that you have on the website, okay, you can tell ChatGPT to change. For example, we can tell ChatGPT to change this purple color to something else, okay? I remember we had another color, okay? Let's come here. We had another color at the first place. Let's come to the design part. Okay, here is the main color. I think it was this one. Okay, let's come and see how was it. Maybe this is much better. Okay, let's come to our website. Because with this background, reading this purple, it's a little bit difficult. And you can, if you want to see how it is when you're building a website, you can just right click on any element that you want to make some changes, select inspect, right? The Chrome developer tool will be opened, and here, as you can see, we have the color. Okay, you can select the color code and paste the other color code that you have, and we can look at it this way and see if it is working, right? This is just changing some of the codes, but on our computer. Okay, it will not change. If you can go to any other website and do the same thing, for example, we can come here to Dribbble. I can select this text here, go to inspect, and I can go around here and find the color if they have. Okay, let's come here. You can also select this arrow here and select any element that you want. I think this one should have some color. Okay, here's the color. And instead of this, I can come here and write down, for example, green. Okay, I changed it only for myself on my computer. It will not change the color for Dribbble website. If I refresh it again, it will go back to what it was before. So this way, you can only try and see that, all right, if this color is working or not, okay? So maybe we can tell ChatGPT to use this color code. Right, so I mentioned that the structure looks cool, but you need to make some improvement. First, I want you to replace all rich purple colors we have in the CSS file with this color. okay, and rewrite the whole CSS file we have till now again. So, all right, so the last part is CTA dash button hover. Let's come here and it's correct. Okay, so let's come to the top and copy all of it. And also you can make sure that it wrote all of it. So here it starts with header. If we go up, here we have another thing. Here we have body, and then we have header. Okay. And all right, header image. Okay, there you are. Okay, this is a little bit different. Okay, with what we have till now. But anyway, let's try it and see if it works. Okay, if it's not working, okay, then I will show you another solution to fix this. Let's come here and let's refresh it. All right, so the style gone really bad because ChatGPT obviously didn't wrote all the codes. Okay, so let's come here and make some changes. So the reason that this problem happened, okay, and the reason that I wanted you to see this is because when the chat gets so long, okay, ChatGPT start to forget some of the things, okay, and it is really a good idea to remind ChatGPT what we had, okay? So here I mentioned that here is the CSS code I have right now, okay? Now this way I remind ChatGPT what we have right now, and I just copied the whole CSS file and come here and using Control V or Command V to paste it, okay? So you can see it's very long, right? So this way I'm reminding ChatGPT what we had before. Now it should create a better code and more complete. You see, it includes all the parts that we had before. So as I said, it's really a good idea when the chat gets so long, especially when you're building something like this, which is complex. It is better that from time to time you remind ChatGPT what we had before, okay? This way it makes less mistake. So this is what we have right now with the changes that ChatGPT made earlier. And now I will replace the code that ChatGPT write for us and see how it will be when we refresh our website. Right, the CSS file is complete. Let's scroll up, copy the code, come here, select all, and replace it. Save, and let's come to our website and let's refresh it. Right, it looks cool, right? Okay, it looks much better here. Of course, we can still improve or work with the color, play with the colors a little bit to make it much better. But for now, I'm gonna let it be as it is. For here, we require 3 images, one for interior design, one for architecture, and one for consultation, okay? So we can just select the title, okay? And go to Midjourney, write down Imagine, interior design, okay? And we can add more explanation like modern. And the size, I think we can use a square size shape or we can use 16 to 9. So let's generate both of them and see which one we can use and look better. So I'm going to come here, imagine, same prompt, modern, and also dash dash AR 16 colon 9. Okay, so let's do this. And the next one is architectural design. So if we remember the lessons we had for Midjourney, we can come here and write down imagine. Okay, inside the curly brackets, we can write down architecture design, comma, the next topic that we have, consultation services. Okay, and for example, you can come here and write down modern, and then dash dash AR 16.9. Okay. So when we use curly brackets and inside it we separate elements with comma, it will consider it as several prompts based on the number of elements we have inside the curly brackets. So this is the first image, which is ready. The second one, which is with the full HD ratio, it's still under processing. Okay, it's ready. So let's see which one we should select. Think maybe for our website, this looks good. Okay, I like the bookshelves at the top of it. It looks much better, I think. Right, I'm gonna select number 4. Let's upscale it. And let's wait for the rest of the images to get ready. Okay, I come here inside our code to see what is the name of our image. So for the first one, it is interior design icon.png. So let's come here and make that changes. Let's save it. Okay, this is the second one. Maybe this one looks cool. Okay, it's based on your own taste. So I'm gonna upscale number 3. And here, maybe this one I'm gonna select because the text is less visible. The reason is because Midjourney is not really good with text. Okay, so when it writes some text, it usually doesn't so good or doesn't look so good, or it has some dictation issues. So I'm gonna upscale the first one, and we'll use that for the image. So let's come here in the codes. This one is architecture icon. Okay, save it. Down. This one, save it. Consultation icon .png. Save it. Right. And let's come here, and I'm gonna copy and paste the images inside this folder. So if we refresh it, okay, we see the images and it says a square, but they're really small. Okay, so we can tell ChatGPT to make them full width. So let's come here. Okay, I mentioned that the images on the services part are very small, and I want them to be on 16:9 aspect ratio with almost full width. Okay, so if you look here, you see the aspect ratio is like a square. Okay, we can change that as well. All right, so here it added a CSS code for us, and it explained exactly what we have to do. It updated part of the code. So I think we must have this part inside our code. So I'm just going to copy it, come inside our CSS, press Command F or Control F, and search for this. So here it is, okay? This is the code that it wrote for the image, and we can replace it with the new code that we have. Close the search, save it. In front of it, it also has the explanation. For example, here, the width is 90%, okay? So adjust the width according to your needs, okay? Here's the aspect ratio. It mentioned the aspect ratio, how it should be. So anyway, I saved it, and let's refresh it. It looks much better, but the space in the top of the image, it doesn't look so good, right? Let's see if we can find any. Okay, right. So the problem is here. We have a padding top, okay, about 56%, which this is wrong. Okay, I know this because I know how to write CSS code, but let's say we don't know. And okay, so I mentioned that the code you wrote is fine, but it has one problem. We have a huge empty space at the top of the image. Okay, so let's say we don't know how to fix it, and we want to communicate with ChatGPT to find the problem. Okay, so it made some changes. Okay, let's copy this part and replace it. It shouldn't have padding top. Okay, and as you can see, it replaced it with height. Okay, this was the previous version, and now this is the new version, and it is auto. So let's save it. Let's come here, refresh it, and now it looks much better, right? So we can keep going. We can add more space here. We can say, right, it shouldn't be on the center. We'll start writing from the left side, okay? You can play with this as much as you want, or you can add some space here. Maybe from the top, it's too close to the border. But anyway, I wanted you to learn the idea that we have, okay? How we can create a website, how we can create different sections of it. So you can keep going the same way and create the rest of the website, okay, with ChatGPT. All right, so that was all about this lesson. If you have any question, write it down for me. If not, I will see you on the next lesson.